Welcome to ShySense773. Thank you so much for checking out my video. For those checking out my video for the first time, I just want to say welcome in. Thank you so much for viewing the video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, I would truly appreciate it. For those that have been here the whole time and for my subscribers that are just subscribing, I just want to say thank you so much for your subscriptions. Thank you for your likes, for your comments. They really do go a long way. Today's video, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 fragrances to talk about. I have 4 different houses in particular. So what I want to do is I want to call these kind of, I have my undercards, so it's almost like boxing. And then I also have my mid cards, and then I have my heavyweight, so my main event. First off, I want to talk about the undercard fragrances. I don't know if you've ever heard of this fragrance house before, but they are a romance company. So the fragrances that I have are from a company called Pure Romance. Pure Romance actually is an adult-oriented site that has a lot of different adult toys, different things like that. But ultimately, they also have started making fragrances. And I ended up checking out these 4 fragrances. So I've had these fragrances for a few months now, but I wanted to talk about them now because I wanted to get some feel, wear, and tear with these fragrances. The first fragrance from the line that I want to talk about is going to be Titan. So Titan is a fragrance that I believe is their newest fragrance. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody from the company is actually watching this, but Titan is a fragrance that says on the back, it has for the made to measure man. Titan blends spice and bergamot, rich amber, and musk of leather in an extraordinary fusion that embodies confidence. So this fragrance, which I'm going to go ahead and open up the box. So there's nothing really special about the box. It's just a regular cardboard box. And the fragrance comes in a decanted bottle. There's a cap, but I would recommend not opening this from the cap or holding it from the cap because it does not sit in place. But the fragrance itself, so I'm gonna spray this on my arm so you can see what the sprayer looks like. It's not a bad sprayer. But the fragrance itself is a very nice and pleasant fragrance. I was honestly pleasantly surprised when I smelled this fragrance. So off first smell, this definitely smells familiar, but it smells familiar in, I would say, the designer realm. It has its own little nuances here and there. I'm thinking it smells somewhere close to, I would say, an Acqua di Gio type of fragrance. It has kind of that feel to it, but it also has a Ralph Lauren type of smell as well to it. But overall, very, very smooth, very nice fragrance. Definitely pleasant and something that if you want to purchase for, so we're talking at a, well, this one says it's a 45 mil, but at a 45 mil at $39.99. And if you actually go to their website, which I will leave down in the description below, you can get 10% off of this as well. So 10% off of the $39.99 for this particular bottle. But it definitely lasts well into the 8-hour mark. I'm getting somewhere around the 8 to 9 hour mark. So overall, a very pleasant smell for something that is $40 and, you know, is something that people are not necessarily looking into. But again, this one is Titan. The next one that I'm going to choose is going to be called Renegade. So Renegade says that it's bergamot and woodsy citrus take command alongside earthy patchouli and golden cashmeran. It says rugged meets classic with Renegade. So again, like the previous bottle, you get this cardboard box. I'm going to open up the bottle and it looks pretty close to the same. Has Renegade right here. There's nothing too special about the bottle itself, but if I'm not mistaken, this one is a 60 ml. So this one is also $39.99. I'm going to spray this one on this arm. And this one is very, very nice. I'm trying to think of the fragrance that it smells similar to, but again, it smells actually like a Coach fragrance. Yeah, it has remnants of Coach. It has remnants of also a niche fragrance. Hold on. This one is very, very nice, actually. I forgot that I really liked Renegade a lot. So Renegade has this beautiful sexiness to it. Like it says, it's the bergamot that's up top, and then you get the woodsy notes, but ultimately it smells like almost like a Coach fragrance. So again, designer, but more so on the higher end designer, I would say. Overall, very, very great fragrance. This one also lasts over 8 hours. This one's hard to stop smelling. This one is very, very nice. You can even smell it in the air. But again, at $39.99, this is a steal. So again, this one is Renegade. Another fragrance from the line is gonna be Oak and Amber. So Oak and Amber is aged with charred oak and spiced with salted mandarin and musk. It says Oak and Amber captures the feeling of top shelf bourbon. So I am very interested to re-smell this fragrance. Again, this one looks pretty much the same as the other ones. I'm going to spray this one on my hand. And this one is it's almost like a boozy, soapy fragrance. I get boozy, soapy, lemon. Let me spray it again. Yeah, boozy, soapy, lemon up top. It also has a bit of that alcohol smell. I know that once the alcohol kind of dissipates and it forms together, this one is a very nice fragrance. I don't think that it's better than Titan or Renegade, but it is a very good fragrance. And like I said again, this one is also $39.99 on their website, but this is Oak and Amber. The final fragrance that I want to talk about from the line is going to be Finesse. So Finesse is crisp ozone notes balanced against spiced black pepper and blended in effortlessly with rich leather and over woody background. So this one sounds very nice. Again, I haven't smelled these in a while, but the bottles, they all look the same. I'm going to go ahead and spray this one on my hand. And this one is really nice. This one, I forgot. I love this one up top. I still think Renegade and Titan are very, very good, but this one to me almost reminds me of Chris Classic fragrance. It has almost the same feel of Soul Cafe from Savoir-Faire, but it doesn't have the smokiness that it has. This one is so clean, beautiful, and nice. This is honestly, I would say all four of these fragrances, I think anybody could wear, whether you're a teenager and it's like your first type of smell, or you're actually getting into fragrances and you've smelled other fragrances over the counter, but these are absolutely amazing. I would also say that these are great for anybody that's either going to the gym. This one in particular though, this one's a beautiful office scent. I think you could definitely dress this one up. I would also say that this is definitely work, gym, whether you're in your 20s or whether you're in your 40s. This one definitely works. 30s, 40s. This is definitely ageless. I think all of these can be worn at any time, but again, this one is Finesse. So let's move on to the mid cards. So the mid cards are going to include a couple of fragrances. The reason why these are mid cards is because they are in the 100+ range. So the first one that I want to talk about is from Navitus Parfums, and this one is XO Brandy. So this one is Big Beard Business's new fragrance line, I believe. This one includes 2 other fragrances, but the second that I saw this, I said I have to get this. And shout out to Robbie Frags on Instagram. So if you're not following me, please follow me on Instagram, ShyScent773. It'll show up top. But I reached out to him. He actually got the fragrance first, and he said, honestly, you will not be disappointed in this fragrance. So I said, okay, I'm gonna blind buy it. And right now there's a promotion, so I believe that there's like 30% off. So this ended up being $116, which is really nice. But it comes like this once you take the top off. And the top notes include Indian, Davana, there's African almond, date fruit. Then you're going to get in the heart, brandy accord, heliotrope, African coffee, absolute, and Virginia cedar. And then in the base, you're going to get cane sugar, new, I think it's Caledonian, sandalwood, Indonesian patchouli, Southern American tulu balsam. And then the master perfumer is going to be, is it Sidonie Lancesseur? So let me go ahead and spray this fragrance. I'll be honest, I wore this fragrance today and I've already gotten a compliment on it, but look at the way that it sprays. That sprayer is gorgeous. Oh man. This one is so beautiful. It has a candied sweet component, and then you have boozy nuances as well. So it's almost like a boozy gourmand. It is so beautiful. This is well worth the money to me. So honestly, I was super excited when I got this and I sprayed it. It's also an extrait de parfums, so the concentration is a lot higher. I don't necessarily see what the amount is, but it's always going to be somewhere past like the 20-25% oil concentration mark. But this one lasts me all day long. It's very, very strong, very beautiful up top. It's very refined as well. I am absolutely in love with this fragrance. It's definitely one of my favorite pickups for this year. I should probably end up doing a video on that, but we'll see. Comment down below if you want to see what my best fragrances that I've picked up this year are. But again, this one is Navitus Parfums XO Brandy. The next fragrance that I want to talk about is from Zaharoff. So everybody's getting this fragrance and everybody's talking about this. Let me go ahead and open it. So as you open it, you're going to get the Zaharoff bottle. The box itself is very beautiful. So George actually has cigars that he makes, and he actually has a cigar that's supposed to smell like this fragrance. Honestly, this is amazing to me. So let me go ahead and spray this again. So I'm gonna spray this on this arm. And what a beautiful fragrance. You're going to get, it's tobacco leaf. I smell honey up top. So let me give you the notes to this. Up top, you're going to get cognac, lavender, rum, and star anise. And then also Davana up top, which I definitely smell. It's almost like if somebody drenched a tobacco leaf with liquor and honey. It smells so good. In the heart note, you're going to get gold honey, blonde cedar, temple oud, tobacco leaf, pimento leaves, fir balsam. And then in the base notes, you're going to get sandalwood, plum, black amber, myrrh, and frankincense. And then you're also going to get tonka bean and vanilla. The vanilla also shines in this fragrance. It truly reminds me of smelling a cigar. So you're almost smelling like the paper that it's in. You're smelling everything that's inside of that cigar. It is sexy if you are into those types of fragrances. To me, this has some similarities to Tobacco Vanille, only because there's tobacco and there's vanilla. But it's not even close to the same. It goes in its own direction, but it is absolutely sexy. On my skin, it lasts about, I'd say 8 to 9 hours. It starts to not be as strong, I would say after about a couple of hours, but ultimately it sits a lot closer to my skin, but then I get good sillage as well. I've been outside, I actually sprayed this on a jacket and then also on my neck and all over my clothes, and I was getting a lot of people asking me, hey, what is that you're wearing? And I also told them my channel, so thank you for subscribing, and this was that fragrance that I was talking about. But again, this one is George Zaharoff's Signature Tabac. And right now, I believe it's still sitting at $140. I will leave a link to his website. I believe it still says that there is like a pre-sale, but he's actually sending these out now. So now on to the main event. So the reason why this fragrance is the main event, because this fragrance is $290. I was talking to a buddy of mine who is very much so into a lot of different fragrances. So I'd never heard of this fragrance before, but this one is called Condettiere, and this is Lubin. So when you get this box like this, and this is going to be a parfum concentration, and you're getting a 3.4 ounce. So when you open it, it opens up beautifully, and then you have this kind of what is it? It's kind of like a beautiful, almost velourish, almost satiny type of feeling. You open this up right here, and the fragrance sits right in here like that. So I'm gonna pull this one out, and we are going to spray this one because this is a gorgeous fragrance. So you see how it sits? It's kind of this weird design, but I'm going to go ahead and open this, and I'm gonna spray this on the back part of my arm, and so beautiful. You have to be into almost a, what's the word? It's almost like a powdery-ish type of fragrance, but let me give you the notes for this. So up top, you're going to get lemon, bergamot, and angelica. In the mid, you're going to get violet, blackberry, blueberry. And then the base, you're going to get leather, iris, and cashmere wood. In this fragrance, I smell a lot of that violet, I think, up top. The lemon and bergamot, I'm not necessarily smelling, but I get the blackberry. I don't really get the blueberry, but I also get a lot of iris. So if you like iris heavy fragrances, this is definitely a fragrance that you'll want to check out. Again, I know that price point is very high, but I believe that they have samples. I've left a link to Lubin's site, so you can pick that up or you can go and check them out. And I believe that they provide 2 ml samples for a cost, but ultimately pick this one up, and I'm very, very happy with this fragrance. But again, you have to be into a iris heavy fragrance that is going to give you such a smooth and beautiful ride. It's not a projection monster, but it does last. So for me, this lasts about 8 to 10 hours on skin. It's again very sexy. I think on my wife, you can smell more of the leather. On me, you smell more of the iris, and then you smell more of the florals. You do end up smelling that leather, but the leather note is not as heavy. I don't know if it has to do with the fragrance on women or not, but ultimately, awesome pickups this time. I just want to say thank you so much for checking out the video. Thank you so much for chilling with me. I really do appreciate it. And on that note, have a blessed day and take care.